Now, earlier this month, the Trump administration launched a review of the AUKUS defense pact with Australia and UK to ensure it aligns with its America First agenda. What might this review signal for countries in the region? Dr. Pongphisoot Busbarat, Director of the Institute of Security and International Studies in Thailand, weighs in.
The review of the AUKUS would, have implications to Southeast Asia in general, right? I mean, like, as a middle power, we don't want to choose side. That's probably one of the collective foreign policy gesture of ASEAN member states, right? Different way of the hedging and everything. So the review of AUKUS, whether or not it's going to be more intense or, it's going to be weakened, has to be seen, right? But then it's gonna, at least when the U.S. Pay more attention to these regions. It's like small state. You want to keep distance, but once it's not when that distance is kind of narrowed down, so you have to be cautious, right? Like for Thailand and Malaysia, as Thailand, for example, we security aligned with the United States, so we are looking at the review of AUKUS quite cautiously, whether or not it's gonna impact to our security in general, because now we have a lot of challenging especially in mainland Southeast Asia, the Myanmar issue, and whether or not the review of AUKUS is going to have the impact on how we resolve this problem, or even Thai-Cambodia conflict, right? So that probably one of interesting things to keep an eye on.
As the region continues to be shaped by big power rivalries, is minilateralism the most viable path forward, or does ASEAN-centered diplomacy still hold ground?
It has its own benefit, right? I mean, like minilateral arrangements could speak for certain countries with the same interest. For example, like we have a lot of minilateral arrangement in the Mekong sub-regions. Of course, the maritime countries in Southeast Asia would not have that much interest and stake, right, in the Mekong sub-region. So that kind of things, right? So we can see a lot of layer of the dialogue partner evolving Mekong sub-region countries. So that kind of minilateralism kind of beneficial to the development of the Mekong sub-region. So in that sense, it's beneficial. But if you look at some of the minilateral arrangements that has a security focus or evolving, or has some implications on security. For example, if you join BRICS, and at the current moment, I kind of doubt if that would be a good way for ASEAN countries. Certainly, a decade ago when BRICS, began, right? We want to join, or we kind of somehow it's a way for developing countries to increase their voice in the international system. But currently, with the rivalry between China, United States, Russia, United States, joining a BRIC could have the implications on security issues, right? I mean, like if Malaysia, Thailand, well, we pledged to join the BRICS. Of course, our leaders, use economic justifications for joining BRICS or pledge the interest to join. Of course, that has some benefit, but then implications, in security issues also come out. Whether or not joining a BRICS, you have to agree at certain point with Russia and China, and that would be sort of detrimental to our foreign policy, abilities when the United States, China, and Russia, entangle in the future. And then if we join BRICS, what does it mean if China and Russia want to address or give a remark against the United States or the West? And do we have to sign that kind of agreement or declarations or statement or whatever? So in that sense, joining a BRIC could have that kind of implications that we are taking side or not.